viewers, welcome to yet another episode of The Insight, brought to you by Oryx Entertainment, the most interactive platform you're going to find on Qatar internet space. Because on this platform, we bring the very best. Let's not say the very best. We bring top personalities in the field of business, trade, let's say investment, tourism, arts, culture, sport, and even entertainment. And today, we're adding something more, which you're going to see in a short while. All right, my name is Famous Aluya. I'm your host for today, as always. And I'm not alone. I have the very best, the most beautiful, Delisha.
Oh dear, I think I've run out of words for the African shake, honestly. Thank you so much, Famous.
It's my pleasure.
So welcome, viewers. It's wonderful to have you join us once again. Welcome to yet another amazing episode on The Insight, which promises to bring you an amazing podcast. My name is Delisha Chetty. Now, as I've mentioned before, if you want to continue on this journey with us, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at theinsightbyoryx and follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
On today's episode, we always try to bring you the very best, like I said before. We try to bring more interaction, more information to your screen. So on today's episode, we're going to have something very different. Today we're going to have, should I say it, Delisha? Or should we just wait?
I think we're leaving them in suspense.
That's the whole idea. But anyway, on a serious note, today we're having someone who you might ask, why is he on the show? Because it's a show that talks about Africa and Qatar. So everyone is thinking, oh, if someone from Qatar is coming, it should be a Qatari, or it should be an African. No. Diversity. This is the beauty of Qatar. All right, diversity. We take advantage of the beauty and strength of diversity.
Yes.
So in today's episode, we're excited to have a doctor. I'm trying to read it so I don't miss any line. Okay. We're excited to have a doctor, a food blogger who is resident in Qatar. The guest is an Indian who has documented Qatar's culinary diversity and has, in his own way, helped smaller and old restaurants to become prominent again. He is a doctor practicing here in the country and he is married. He has over 250,000 followers on Instagram and recently bagged an award for Food Influencer of the Year. Join me in welcome Dr. Mohammed Aflahe Iqbal as we talk on the topic blogging in Qatar. Food blogging.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for the amazing introduction.
I don't know how I did that.
Yeah, that covered almost everything, yeah.
I did, yeah? I did so well.
Yes.
Awesome. It's good to have you on the show, really.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's good to have you on the show. Let's just jump straight into the question so that the suspense is not too much for our
We already
audience.
built up a lot of suspense.
Yeah, but so much because they're wondering, okay, what's this guy going to talk about on today's show? Let's start with you telling us about yourself. I got to know that you grew up in Qatar.
Yes, I grew up here.
Yeah, so you have so much of Qatar in you.
Definitely, I would say that, yeah.
Yeah. So you just take a little while to tell us more about yourself. How was growing up in Qatar like? What was the interest about?
So I was born in India, but by the age of 2-3, I came to Qatar. My father has been working here for 30-40 years now.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I came to Qatar in a very young age.
Okay.
So I did all my schooling here in MES Indian School.
Okay.
And so most of my life I was here. Only for 6 years I went back to India to complete my medical education.
Okay.
So med school I did in India. And even while I was in India, I used to come back here every year, twice or thrice.
Okay.
And now once I finished my med school, completely shifted back to Qatar and right now working here. So in 25 years, 19 years, Qatar.
Qatar.
Wow.
So you're currently working here as what?
As a general practitioner.
Food, a doctor.
Yeah, and I'm aspiring to get into Hamad as a general surgeon. There's a residency program here.
Okay.
So I'm trying my best to get into Hamad for that.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Aflahe, tell us, how did you get into food blogging in Qatar?
To be honest, I started my food blogging journey while I was in India, in my second year of college.
Okay.
But to be honest, that's publicly. To be honest, if I trace back, I started this journey while I was here in Qatar. I remember that there used to be a burger shop. I'm not saying the name here. So,
Please don't say.
Yeah, I'm not saying the name here. So, when I was in 10th, when I was in 11th, a friend of mine, he took me to this shop. He told me, the burgers here are amazing. So, I used to be someone who, I didn't spend more than 10 or 15 riyals for a burger.
Okay.
Yeah. So, that was the first time I paid 25 or 30 riyals for a burger. And I was like, dude, are you sure? We're just students. Do we really want to spend all our allowance on one burger? And he was like, dude, just try it. So I had the burger and I was like, wow, this is amazing.
Okay.
And after a week, I took my friends there. That 1 week I was talking, all I was talking about was that burger. And my friends were like, dude, why do you keep talking about this burger?
Okay. What's special about it?
What's special about it? Let's go have it. So I took a few friends of mine. We went back and we had it again. And I think that was the first time I found joy in sharing about food. They had the same burger and they were also mind blown. And I was like, even though I didn't make it, I have some credits,
Yeah. You brought them in.
I brought them
shared
here,
the story.
Yeah.
You gave your own version.
The happiness a chef gets when he cooks something and the person loves it. So as a food blogger, that was the first spark. I got a small share of that happiness because I am the one who brought them there.
True.
So I think that was the first spark. And when I was in school, I used to share, at that time Snapchat wasn't so famous. So I used to share in Snapchat about the food that I try once in a while, not very often like now. At that time, I get monthly allowance from my parents, and then some I use outside there, some I use here, and I keep some money for experimenting food. And I used to share them on Snapchat, and but nobody knew about it. Once I went to India for my med school, in second year is when I met a few seniors who actually amazed me. Even at that time, I used to like food. I used to like talking about food. But a few seniors of mine, they were like, dude, let's go to this city. I was like, that city is 60 kilometers away. No, 40 kilometers away. Like, yeah. I was like, why are you going? We're going to have food. I'm like, you're going there to have food?
60 kilometers.
Yeah, they're like, we are going there to have food. I'm like, and what do you have to do over there? Like, no, nothing, just food. That was the first time this concept of traveling just for food was introduced to me. Wow. And I joined them. I was still in my mind, I was like, nah, they're just kidding with me. They're just pulling my leg since I'm a junior. So they have something to do over there. That's why we are traveling there. So, while they finish their work, we'll also have food. That's what in my mind. We went till there. We had food from 4, 5, 6 different places. We came back. I'm like,
just this?
This. We actually came for only food. So that's where, to be honest, where I, started liking the concept of going out, traveling, pushing yourself to try new food.
New food.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. I really cherish this because for someone like me who is finding it difficult to try new food, I think after today's session, maybe I'll have a twist.
Yeah.
I'm going to be taking you straight to an Indian food store.
I can't wait to have that. You going with me alone with her? Also?
Let's all go.
We will all go.
I think she's good with food.
I love food. I love food.
But
Foodies
not
are the
like
best
him,
people.
not as much as he does.
Foodies are the best kind of people.
Really?
That's it, period, yeah.
Okay.
Period,
We'll,
yes.
we'll see to that again. But Aflahe, another thing I want to talk about is you've been in Qatar for so long. Yes, we know you went back to India for school. You always come in twice or thrice a year, like you said. Yeah. So you've seen Qatar grow.
Exactly, yes.
You've seen the transformations in Qatar. You saw when the streets of Qatar were just very tiny.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah, you see the transformation when now they are so wide. You see when in city center you had just few towers. Now you have tons of towers.
West Bay, yes.
In West Bay. So you saw when Luce was plain land, yeah, nothing was there.
When I went to med school,
Yeah.
they said, this is where FIFA will be conducted. I was like, there is no city called Lusail.
Wow.
That was like 12 years, like 10 years before the World Cup.
Exactly.
So I want to ask, with that you just said, yeah, it means you saw the transformation. You saw when you didn't even believe because you knew Qatar.
I didn't, yeah.
So you didn't believe that the World Cup final is going to be held in Lusail. Way back, you would look and say, this is a dry land.
There is no Lusail. It's an imaginary city.
There was nothing. Okay, now, what do you have to say about this transformation from growing up to the dry lands to when everything started springing up? Now you go on the streets of Doha, it's all green. So how did this transformation happen? What's
I wouldn't say that it was dry lands. It was fun. Like, the Qatar before was completely different. Like, I used to live in near Doha Jadid. It was like the center of Doha at that time. Qatar was very different. Like, life was slow paced. It didn't used to be this crowded at that time. As you said, I remember when in my olden photos, like the time when I came to Qatar as a child. So there are some photos that my parents took. So in those photos, in the Corniche, there's only one building, Sheraton.
Wow. Sheraton building, yeah.
Sheraton was the tallest building in Corniche. But then by the time I was in school and all, there were some buildings over there. Like, there were more and more buildings. By the time I was finishing school, I was going India. West Bay was an area, but as you said, when they said that they're going to conduct FIFA here in Qatar, I was like, no.
Impossible.
It was impossible. It was impossible.
Because if you look at the picture you had in your head at that time.
Yeah, I'm talking about 2016. 2016, when I was leaving Qatar for med school, at that time, I couldn't believe in 2022 they're going to conduct FIFA over here.
Such a transformation.
I was like, no, this place is just too small. There's not enough place. Every country that has hosted FIFA before, they had issues with transportation, they had issues with housing, they had many issues. It's like, Qatar is too small, they can't do it. Even in 2022, when I was coming back after my graduation, I still believed maybe Qatar can't do it. Like, I was like, can they do it? I was on a bit of, I had some doubts. But the Qatar I left and the Qatar I came back to, as you said, whole different.
Has surely super exceeded your expectations, right?
I have goosebumps when I'm talking about it. I have goosebumps. Qatar blew my mind. This is my second home. So
lovely.
Now I tell people, how Qatar blew my mind. Like, I came back to a place where I came back to a Qatar that has so much tourist attractions.
Yes.
So many malls, so many hotels, so many big brands lined up. It changed, yeah. There was a different Qatar before, but now it's a whole different thing. Even the FIFA that was conducted, that was by far people who even, I talked to some people who came for FIFA. So at the fan festivals, I had a habit of talking to random people.
Yeah.
So as someone from US, they were telling me, they went to FIFA, different countries before. They said that they faced a lot of issues where they had to, they had a match today. If they have another match tomorrow or day after tomorrow, they have to take a flight to go there. The transportation was hard.
Yeah.
Or you have to sit for hours in
in the train
or something.
But transport, yeah.
Qatar being Qatar, the transportation was completely free. Every stadium was within 1 or 1.5 hours distance,
Yeah.
And people were always out. Even if you had to walk maybe 1 or 2 miles, you didn't actually know it because everyone was walking together.
Yes.
It was so fun. The person also was telling me, this has got to be the best FIFA that I attended.
And it was actually the best. But let me pick on what you just said.
Yeah.
You say Qatar being Qatar. What do you mean by that? You said Qatar being
No,
Qatar.
I meant
transportation was free.
it's a small place, right?
Yeah.
So I was expecting it to get overcrowded. But instead, what they did is that at that time, they stopped all the cars from coming from outside.
Yeah.
They gave parking allotments for people coming from outside and free transportation from the border to the town. And inside Doha, they made all the public transportation free. The metro, bus, all those things free. So everyone, as someone who was residing here, I was actually afraid. Okay, once FIFA starts, the roads are all going to be blocked. But there was no roadblock.
That was our fear because we heard that millions of people are going to troop into Qatar.
Yeah, there was no roadblock. Everyone came, everyone had amazing time. The places, Souk Waqif, Misharif, those places were like booming. Everything was well organized, and as residents, even we didn't face any issues.
No, not at all.
Exactly, that was amazing. Qatar, pulled the best magic show they can. It was amazing.
It was amazing, and it's a memory we keep so much in our minds.
Yeah.
It's so dear to us. That was why we decided to bring the FIFA official ball into the
on
studio.
Proud of Qatar, everyone.
Everyone is
Absolutely.
proud. We are all proud of Qatar. We are all proud. It's good to hear you say this also. Oh, let me not say too much. Delicious.
So we know that you're a doctor, and a huge congratulations on your amazing achievement, we
Thank
must
you,
say.
thank you so much.
So can you talk us through your journey of being a doctor and the medical side of your life, and where do you see yourself in the next few years?
So I did my med school, as I said, in India, Kerala, in a college called
That's amazing. I've actually been there.
Kerala is the best place. You have been there?
I have,
Seriously?
Cochin.
How long did you spend over there?
Well, it was like around maybe just 48 hours.
Oh.
It was just a layover. And
No. So you were outside or just in the airport?
I actually toured a bit, yeah.
Okay, you have to come to Malabar area, Malabar side.
Is it?
The
Okay, I'm there next
Calicut,
time.
Kochi, not just Kochi, Calicut, Kannur,
as
like
well,
the
okay.
places like that, like epic. Kerala as a whole is different story.
Really?
The
I'm
food,
looking
the
forward to
people, the
that.
culture, everything is different.
I'm looking forward
Okay,
to
so you should add that to our travel list.
that. Yeah,
You have to.
should.
You have to. Just contact me. I will give you whatever help I can.
Oh,
You have to
that's
see.
very kind of
Okay.
you. Yeah.
So I did my med school in Perinalmana in a college called MES Medical College. So it was 6 years. So I went in 2016. I came back in 2022. I graduated in 2022. Came back here, and since then I have been working here as a general practitioner
Yeah.
under supervision, GP under supervision, as a graduated from India. So we have to work 2 years to get the GP license. So I'm working as a general practitioner under supervision at Naseem right now, Naseem Medical Center.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
a great hospital.
So I'm also, like as you asked, what's my plan for the next 5 years? I just qualified my I forms. It's an exam that is necessary to get into Hamad. So my plan is to get into Hamad residency program.
Wonderful.
So I'm aspiring to be a general surgeon.
Amazing.
awesome.
Okay,
So
good.
hopefully I have applied to some research right now, a few research papers. I will be starting on that in the coming weeks.
Okay.
I have applied to do some, courses on surgical skills.
Wonderful.
Okay.
So building up my CV, building up
Yes.
my experience, so that
Exactly. And your
once
research
I have a
and
chance,
knowledge, yeah.
yeah,
You just hit it.
Yes.
yeah, I want to get into Hamad. That's the plan, the long-term
That's
plan.
amazing. And
Best
you will.
wishes on that.
Thank you.
Best wishes on that. Okay, now you're a doctor. You're a food blogger.
Yes.
How do you reconcile?
Very
how
contrary- yeah.
how will our viewers reconcile this? Like, how does he share his time? I believe I'm saying what you guys are thinking. How do you share your time? How do you balance this?
Very contradicting two sides of professions.
I tell you the truth, it's just far apart.
So, to be honest, being a doctor is very hard. Like it needs a specific commitment. Yeah, you have to commit yourself to serving people, to helping people, and the study part of it, the education part of it. It's a whole lot heavy. There's a lot of things to study. There's a lot of the work part of it is also hard. The work timings, all those things. Right here in Qatar is really good. The doctors over here, they told me that they have fixed hours and stuff. It wasn't the same back in India.
Back home, yeah?
We were worked to the bone. So it's good over here, but still, it's hard. The lifestyle of a doctor, it's a whole different thing. It's a different lifestyle. It's a commitment. Yeah, we call it a lifestyle itself. The doctor lifestyle. But as you asked, like, how do I manage both? So even if you are a very committed any profession, and be any profession, however committed you are, you also have fun in between, right? You take breaks. You find yourself doing something that you love. Just in between your stressful studies or something, you sit and relax, listen to some music, or maybe sing. Even in my medical college, there were my batchmates who were really good at singing. Yeah, so what they do is that they sing, as social media is very famous now. They used to sing online.
Okay.
There are people who dance online. In my case, I eat. I find happiness in eating.
Eat,
I actually don't have any specific skill set.
That's good.
I don't know art. I don't know to draw much. I don't know to sing much.
Yeah.
Something that I found happiness, eating.
So what you know how to do, it's food, eating.
Yeah, I like to talk about food, and I found that I like to describe food, and I found that people also likes to enjoy the food I tell them. So I started off with just talking about food, back in 2018, just writing down what I thought about this food I had. I started posting images on Instagram with write-ups. I had this from this place, I paid this much money, so this is what I got, like this is what I felt about the food. So that's how I started back then. So the work, the studies, it was stressful, but I used to, whenever I have some free time, I used to talk about food, have fun with it.
Okay.
And I really didn't expect digital,
This big.
yeah, digital marketing and digital world to blow up like this.
That's amazing. And it's actually 6 years now, from 2018 to...
Yeah, it's 6 years now. It's a long term. Yeah.
Incredible. See, you start from something small and
Yeah,
get out
exactly.
it is right now. So never forsake little beginnings, right? I think that's what
that's
you
a
say.
fact.
Be faithful
Yeah.
in the small.
When people
Yeah.
say be true to yourself, have fun.
Yes,
If you actually have fun, you can enjoy it. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So we are excited to know, where did Wayward Gourmet come from? How did that begin?
My
Please tell us.
that was a
because we
stupid
were trying
decision
to
from my
figure
side.
this out.
I would be honest with you. That was a very stupid decision from my side. As I said, I said right. My seniors, they are the ones who introduced me to this concept of traveling for food.
Food, yeah.
Yeah. So, as I said, the med school life is very hectic.
Challenging.
So very challenging. My seniors, after a time, they got very busy.
Okay.
So what I used to do is, I don't like to sit simply. I have this habit of, if I have 8 hours of time free, I just plan out the 8 hours. I want to do something in that time. And what do I like? I like eating. So I just check if I have the budget and go somewhere to eat. So when my seniors got busy, what I used to do is I used to get on a bus and go to the same place. It used to be a 2-hour drive. So the bus is a 2-hour travel. So I used to get on a bus, 2 hours I used to travel to this city called Calicut. And every weekend I used to go to Calicut, and I have absolutely no friends over there. I know no one. My friends used to ask at college, dude, where are you going off to? I'm like, I'm not going home. They're like, where? Just to eat. So I go to Calicut, I just walk around. I just walk, and when I see a place and I feel, okay, I need to have this food, I walk in, I ask them, what's your best food? And they just buy that, and I ate it. And what I used to do is, at that time, 2018 was when WhatsApp introduced this feature of WhatsApp status.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just share, the same like I used to Snap. I share the WhatsApp status. So I went to this place. So I tried this cake from this shop. It was 60 rupees. The same thing I used to share. And by the time I come back at evening, by the time I run out of money, I only have money for the bus fare. So whichever first, either it's evening or I run out of money. So I get back on the bus. By the time I reach back at the hostel, my friends will be very pissed at me. Like, you can eat whatever you want. Why do you show us? No, they are sitting back at the hostel. They are opening their WhatsApp and they're seeing
The food.
They're like, dude, we are hungry seeing your stories. Yeah. So that's when one of my friends, he used very harsh words. He was like, dude, stop this. We don't want to see this. So he was joking around, but that's when I got the idea, like, okay, I'll just start an Instagram page. It's a public page. I won't mention that it's me. Yeah, it's a different name. I'll just share the food, the same thing what I did in WhatsApp. I'll just share the photos of the food I had over there with the write-ups. That's how I started, and I wanted a name. So at that time, I was just, I didn't want to confine to any location. So I was like, just wayward, uncontrollable, wayward, just.
Okay.
So I don't know where that word came to my mind. Okay, wayward. So I needed something food. So at that time I was reading a comic. I don't remember the name of it. I really love manga. So the Japanese manga. I read a lot of Japanese manga.
Okay.
So there was one manga where the main character becomes stronger when he eats food.
Okay.
I don't really remember the name of the manga. That was fun. So whenever he hunts bigger prey and he eats them, he becomes more strong.
Stronger. Yeah.
So in that manga, the world is called Gourmet World, the food world.
The food world.
So I was reading it at that time. So I was like, Wayward Gourmet. Okay, done.
You picked it. That was how the journey started.
Yeah, so that was a bad decision. Because for the next few years I struggled with making people understand. There's actually a district in Kerala called Wayanad.
Okay.
Wayanad. So people used to read it as Wayanad, not Wayward.
Wayward, okay.
Because it's W-A-Y. So W-A-Y, Wayanad. So people is like, okay, why do you name yourself Wayanad government? They not even government. I'm like, it's not Wayanad government.
A whole lot of stress to start making people understand that.
So for a long time, success for me was making people say the name correctly. If someone says it correctly, I'm like, alhamdulillah, I'm happy, done.
You're happy. It's a good one. It's a good one. The choice of name, it's really, really significant.
Very, very original.
So that's how Wayward Gourmet came up,
Okay, finally we know. Thank you for sharing that.
At least our viewers know that if you go on his page and you see that, you already know where it came from.
Yes.
This is why we tell you to just follow us so that we can give you some of these insights, right?
Exactly.
Okay, another thing. Congratulations first on your award. You just won the Food Influencer of the Year.
Yay.
Thank you so
Who
much.
else should get this award if not someone who loves food?
Exactly. Perfect.
Thank you so much.
fit.
I tell you the
Honestly.
truth. Congratulations on this.
Yes.
It's a great achievement, you know. It shows that the hard work you put in is seen out there and people are recognizing and benefiting from it.
Yes.
All right. Just that I've gone through your page. I've not seen any African.
I need
African.
to.
We'll get there. I don't want you to say anything about that yet. But for this award, how did it come about, and how fulfilled are you?
To be honest, the award, they had editor's choice and people's choice for the awards. The one I got is people's choice. So, alhamdulillah, 100% fulfilled, you know.
Because you work for the people. What you're doing is for the
people chose me. So, I don't know. There's nothing more than that, you know. That's the best award I can get.
Absolutely.
So, people chose to vote for me. And to be honest, you know, they asked us, the Lifestyle Awards, they asked us to share the voting link 1 month back. I was busy with my exams, the one I said earlier. Like I was busy with my exams, and the site was having some issues with traffic. So I didn't actually share it. I only shared my link on the last day of voting. But by that time, already I was winning. Because what happened is that, you know, there are lots of influencers, other categories also. They were also sharing about the, you know, voting and all. They were asking their followers to vote. So people who went to vote for others, when they see, like, you know, oh, in the food criteria there is Wayward, they voted for me. And they messaged me saying, oh, we opened this profile, we opened this website, we saw your name, we vote for you. And I'm like, I didn't even ask for the vote, you know, they did it for me. And they were like, it's a thank you for all the, you know, good food that you told us.
You create, yeah.
So that was actually a really good moment for me.
Does that give you a motivation to do more? Does it mean that, no, let's say generally an award, when you get some prestigious award, it's like a new beginning for you. Some people rest on their laurels. They don't even want to go further. They don't want to put more energy being creative.
Yeah.
But
No. For me, the award is a thank you from my audience. So the one who gave me the award is Lifestyle Choice Awards. But for me, the award was given to me by
the people.
By the people. So it just means, for me, it just means that I'm on the right track. Yeah. So I'm doing it well. I'm doing it right. Go ahead. That's what the award means to me.
Okay.
Renee, congratulations again.
Thank you.
Congratulations to that. So tell us, apparently people think that blogging in Qatar is quite a challenge. So concerning all the laws and everything that comes into place, is this true, or how true is this?
If you want to blog, you can blog, but there are some restrictions, like, you know, you are not allowed to shoot random people, like, you know, you have to respect their privacy. Qatar takes privacy very seriously.
Very seriously, okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't want somebody who I don't know taking a video of me and publishing online. So Qatar is a country where they take all the privacy laws very seriously. So if you are into blogging, you can blog. You can do whatever kind of vlog you want. Just make sure that you are respecting other people's privacy and borders. Yeah, and also there is no actual laws against doing a blog. If you want to do a blog, you can do it by respecting the culture and everything.
Okay.
Just what you have to be careful about is that if you are planning to monetize it,
Yes.
for that you need a license.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is a country, you know, there are lots of businesses and all running. So you should not, you should have a license to monetize your blog. And what I have done right now is that I affiliated myself with an agency.
Okay.
I signed a contract with an agency for the last few months.
Okay.
I think well over half a year now, I affiliated myself with an agency, and so they are the ones who are dealing with everything. Handling everything, the legal parts of it.
All right.
Yeah. So that's one thing that I can tell people. Like, if you just want to vlog, go ahead, have fun. But if you want to monetize it, there are other ways also. It's not really hard.
That they need to comply.
Yeah, it's not really hard. Just follow the rules. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's a very good information for our viewers. People might think that blogging is something that is not allowed in Qatar. It's allowed.
Definitely. Yes.
Okay, it's allowed. Qatar is not as strict as you people think. All right?
There's a lot of misconception.
So many misconceptions. So this is one of the purpose or the objective of the insight.
Of the insight.
To bring you the right information to let you know that things are possible. So you can blog, but when it's time to monetize it, do the right thing. Follow the law. So to my next question, your food blogging. We see that you do a lot of blogging for restaurants. Now, most people know much or get online and they see the big places, the beautiful restaurants, those in the hotels, the private ones outside the hotels. But those ones are known. They see them online and all. So you as a food blogger, what do you do for those other smaller restaurants they've been here for decades? They've created a legacy in food. Okay, we have some in Sokwagi, for example. Some people have been in business for 20, 30 years, but they don't have this social media influence. How do you bring the touchlights to their business for people to know not only their food, but the cultural legacy that they've created over the years?
As I can say that, like, just going back, one of the reasons why I got the People's Choice Award, I would say, is because the content that I'm sharing is very much relatable for people. The reason why I'm saying this is, as you said, these famous restaurants, the huge ones, the hotel ones, the restaurants inside huge hotels, the big brands that came here to Qatar during the FIFA, the brands that has been here for a long time. All these brands have a lot of marketing budget. Okay. And they put a lot of budget into marketing, they're filming, So people from outside, when they view Qatar, this is what they see usually. If you look at in the mainstream advertisement, you see these famous hi-fi restaurants all the time, which are expensive also. But majority of the people who are in Qatar are expats.
Yes.
Only 10, 15, 20% is Qatari people. Majority of the people here are expats.
Yeah.
We are all living here to earn money. Yeah, and when we spend money, I think majority of the people, when we spend money, we want to spend on something that is worth the money.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah, the quality, the matter, and the main thing is that Qatar has a very rich, culture of food. There is so many restaurants, so many small restaurants that has been here for a long time. I remember what I said, the Qatar before, which I grew up in. The Qatar now, it's a whole different.
Yeah.
But there are still restaurants who were running at that time, but still running. Some unfortunately are not here right now. Some moved to different places, but most of them are still there. Yeah, there are small, we call it Patani Roti place. It's small shacks where you go and you give 1 riyal. The guy, he goes himself into the hole and he takes up one bread.
Right.
They make it themselves. There's a huge hole in the middle of the place, and there's a fire lit at the bottom, and they stick the dough onto the walls, and when you give 1 riyal, they give you the bread.
Right.
So those I remember those in my childhood. I don't know if it's still there right now. So like that, there are many small shops. So what I did is that once when I came back to Qatar, when I started my vlog, I used to occasionally go to these heavy, fine dine places, but mostly I give focus to these places that that are legends. We can call them legends. The gems, the hidden gems. So the thing about these places, even it doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're if you're poor, it doesn't matter. When you want good food, you want good food. That's it.
Yes.
So. For example, I would say, like Souk Waqif, there are many legendary spots there, but one example I can say is when I shared about a small fatar shop behind Turkish Hospital in Searing Road.
And
Turkish Hospital.
Yes.
Yeah, it's close by. So behind Turkish Hospital, there is a small shop. I forgot its name. It's actually the reason why I forgot the name is because the board, I think it's Istanbul Pastry and Bakery. Yeah, okay. Istanbul Bakery. The board itself is so old, it's almost gone. You can't see the board. You have to go very close and look, squint at it to see the board.
And they've not changed it.
They have not changed it. It's such an old bakery, and it's a small place, about the same space as this much.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you open the door itself, the smell of fresh bread hits you. They have an oven over there. They make their bread, they knead their bread themselves and they bake it per order. So I did a video about it. It's been there for like 25 years, 28 years I think. So I did a video about it, and the video blew up. They're selling fatayr for 4 riyals, 5 riyals. That's it. The video blew up, and in the comment section, I was actually surprised to see there were lots of even locals saying that they studied in a school nearby. So in their young age, they used to come here and have it. And this video brought back memories.
Oh, that's so nice.
So, it doesn't matter, locals, expat, doesn't matter. Everyone came together because of this food.
True.
So Qatar has a lot of places like that. If you go to the oldest places in Qatar, like you said, Souk Waqif, there are souks in Garafa, not like little souks, like there are areas in Garafa that have very old shops. There are places in Matar Qadim, which are like very old. So these places are there in the memory of everyone who has lived here. And it brings them all together.
Food brings people together, for sure. Can you talk to us more about the food flavors in Qatar?
I think you can cover almost every flavor.
Please tell
in
us
Qatar.
more about that. And also, how multicultural is it?
Exactly, because as I said, around 80% of the population is expats. So everybody who came to Qatar, they want to bring a part of their home to Qatar, to build their home here. Yeah, so I think almost every cuisine, any cuisine you want, you name it, you can get in Qatar.
You can get it here.
Yeah, very recently I saw another Vietnamese hotel, Vietnamese restaurant. After that, I found out that right behind my house, there's actually a authentic Chinese restaurant. You just take an example. You go to Al Nasser Street.
Yeah, Nasser Street.
In that one street, there is a Chinese restaurant, there is a Turkish restaurant.
I think that street is actually the most diversified street in Qatar.
Two streets, that street and Matar Qadim Street.
Oh, okay.
Matar
Matar Qadim is another one. It's longer, so it's possible that
but most of the food is in Al Nasser, as you said.
Al Nasser is very
insane.
It's loaded with restaurants.
And it's always packed with people.
And most of them are 24 hours.
Wow,
that street is busy 24 hours.
Sure.
That place, for food, like as I said, there is Chinese, there is Turkish, there is everything. Every food you want, it's there.
You find it in Al Nasser. It's a good one. If I may ask, like I said before, I've gone through your page. I've not seen African food content, but I want to give you benefit of doubt.
I'm guilty.
Have you tried?
Oh, no.
No. I don't want to assume.
Okay, we give him benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, Derisha, I don't want to assume.
Okay.
Yeah? Have you tried? This is before the camera. Have you tried any African cuisine?
I admit it, I'm guilty. I haven't tried. I need to try. It's been there on my list, to-do list for a long time.
For a long time. So it's good we have you on the show today. So today you're going to make a commitment to us, to our viewers,
Definitely.
that I'm going to try African cuisine.
I'm not leaving here without a list of places that I need to visit.
Amazing.
There's somewhere we're going to
Our
take you
task is
to.
done.
Should we say it?
I think so.
Yeah, there's somewhere we're going to take you to.
Tell me.
It's new. It's right in the pearl.
I'm interested. I'm really interested.
I'm actually going to make you try the jollof rice.
And that's my favorite,
the most
actually.
competitive
Jollof
food.
rice.
Yeah, jollof rice is the most competitive food in Africa.
Okay.
The reason is, it's cooked by Nigeria, Ghana, Gambia, Senegal. So we all have different
Varieties of the same food.
Different varieties of the same food. So there's always a competition, like who cooks best.
Okay.
So I think since you've never tried an African cuisine,
so I'll have to go to all 4 places.
No. We'll only take you for you to try the Nigerian jollof rice. Sorry, I'm being passionate.
Look at his face.
No, I'm drooling. I'm thinking about,
No, we're going to take you to to Beckett's restaurant, where you're going to try the African cuisine.
Definitely.
And you can tell us what you think. Then from there, we'll give you other names for other African restaurants, which you will try out.
Yes, I need that list.
Yeah. So that we can start seeing variety, diversity in your, If you don't have Africa on your page, there's no diversity.
I need that. Yes, I need.
Right? Yeah, you agree.
I just didn't have someone to guide me.
Yeah, now you have
Yeah,
us. You
yeah,
have the
now.
insights to guide you on this.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
So it's awesome. So Delisha, you want to ask him something?
Yes. So, how has an influencer changed your life? Tell us about that. And do people know you more as a doctor or as a food blogger?
Definitely as a food blogger. There are people who came up to me and asked me, they have heard somewhere that I'm a doctor. So they come up to me, they're like, you are a dentist? I'm like, no. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor of medicine and a food blogger. Like they know me as a food blogger. They have seen my videos, but they are not sure if I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
So when you say that, it's like just even more like amazing.
So definitely people know me as a food blogger for a food influencer. But some people, like almost people who watch it regularly, they know I'm a doctor. Yeah.
How has it changed your life being an influencer? Has like your life took a whole 360 turn overnight?
It has actually helped me a lot, to be honest. As I said, I just started this for fun, to just enjoy it. But like being honest, the medical profession, you don't really get on track. As I said, right now itself, I'm attempting I just finished an exam. I have applied for some research papers. I am going back to India for a few days to do another course on surgical skills. I'm still working on it.
Okay.
And once I get into Hamad, that's my end goal. Even if I get into Hamad, in this medical profession, it takes a while to keep your foot down. Maybe around 30-35 years is the average when you first start earning something good enough.
Okay.
Till that, it's a struggle. You have a lot to do, a lot of work to do, a lot of studies to do. You can't really look at anything else. So in my case, because I started this blog, by the 4th year of medicine, by my final year of medicine, what happened is that I already became a bit famous online because of my food blog and stuff. Was not planning for it, but it happened. I started earning from it. Brand collaborations started coming my way and all, and I actually could help myself, in my profession, career in digital marketing, which I didn't intend to. I know it just happened. That helped me a lot in my medical profession.
Okay.
Like it opened doors that I would never be able to as just a doctor. And at the same way, being a doctor also opened some doors for me as an influencer, but it helped each other. So right now I'm in Qatar right now. When I came to Qatar, this food influencer, the title as an influencer, the work as an influencer helped me with the finance stuff. Even right now I have the research coming up. All these things I didn't have to ask my parents or anyone. Like anyone else at my stage in this career, they have to work themselves to the bone. They have to work 8 hours or 10 hours job. They have to work a 9-to-5 job to earn money, to also put back to do the next research and stuff. But thanks to the creator life I have, I'm earning enough to be able to fund for my so it's helping each other.
Amazing. So it seems to be helping you in a very positive way.
Yeah, I'm doing a 9-to-5 and a 5-to-9, 24 hours. But it's working out.
Pressure? Is there any pressure in this whole?
Sometimes it gets to me. I'll be honest. Sometimes
it's to say there surely must be pressure.
Sometimes it gets to me, but as I said, the best thing about the creator life is that you always the channel is open. So with the audience, the channel is open. So if I ever feel like I'm feeling a bit lost, I can talk to anyone. The people who are following me are people like me.
Okay.
They're all foodies. They're all just crazy about food. I call them foodies. So I call them my foodies. So just if I want to talk to people who think like me, I can just open that conversation and we can just talk hours and hours about food, and I just forget about the whatever stress I had before. Same way in the medical profession also, there are some times that I feel hopeless, there's a lot of work and all, but the profession is hard. We are taught in med school itself, we are taught to push through.
Okay.
And we know, it's not like at the end of it you find happiness. It's like a burger, layers of hard work and happiness. Right. You find the happiness along the way.
Okay.
It's not at the end you find happiness. You find the happiness along the way.
And hard work pays off.
Yes, hard work pays off, but I'm not waiting for it. I'm just having fun along the way. I'm just enjoying the way, so that at the end I should not be like, there are memes that people go to Paris, they see the Eiffel Tower, they be like, Okay, they leave. I should not be like that, you know.
Okay.
Was all this hard work for this? I should not be like that. So I'm enjoying along the way. So
That's good.
Yeah.
Every moment, just true.
or else I'll go crazy. You
Journey.
know? I have to enjoy.
Yes, have to. True.
There's a question that Isha told me I was expecting her to ask. I think she's holding back on it, but I have to ask it.
Go ahead, famous.
Now, Dr. Aflahe, everything about you is food, I believe.
Yes, it's always food. Yeah, it's always food. If someone asked me recently, "What's your life goal?" To eat without any care, you know.
Now, this is what Dadisha was concerned about. Looking at your physique, yeah, and you eat a lot. How have you managed this? Like me.
I'm not.
No, before you say like me, how have you managed to be like me? Because I've been like this for years.
Okay, thank you for the thing about. Thank you for the saying positive about my body. But right now, I'm not really at my best.
Okay.
I would say that I gained some weight. I used to even while blogging, as you said, it's hard to manage both the health side. One problem of being a doctor is I know exactly that I know exactly what can go wrong. I know the bad sides of it.
Oh, wow.
So while eating food, I have this constantly running in my head. I should not be eating this much. I should not. I should.
Yeah.
So I used to work out. I work out. I go for sports. I am into basketball.
Okay.
And what I do is that I have this habit. One good thing and bad thing. I would say it's both good and bad. I have a habit of I don't waste food.
Okay.
Yeah, even if I go for a shoot, even if I go to order some food for myself, I have a habit where I don't waste food. So the good part is obviously I'm not wasting food. The bad part is sometimes if I'm ordering myself, I only order enough for me.
Okay.
I don't order too much.
Which is good.
Yeah, which is good. But sometimes when it's a shoot, when it's a restaurant shoot or something, the restaurant tends to take more dishes than we planned. They're like, try this also, you might like this. Because I only talk about food that I share. Like I tried. Like I have this intense rule. I will not talk about a food that I have not tried.
Yeah.
So I have to try it. So what the restaurant does is that they make me try more dishes. So once I try it, I don't want to waste it. I have to eat it.
Oh, okay.
You're
so full.
Yeah, so I have, there were times that I had to eat more than enough. So that was actually affecting me badly. So what I do right now is, if I have a shoot, this happens mostly when I'm going for a shoot.
Okay.
So I tell the restaurant that you have to inform me exactly how many dishes you're planning, so that I will bring my friends along with me to have it.
Okay.
I will taste it and I will say my opinion and I will pass it on to my friends who can have it. I will try the next food.
Okay, famous, and I will be coming along with you next time for some tasting, okay?
Yes, my friends love me for that.
No, you've done it for your friends, yeah? So now for your next shoot, you have to take me and Dadisha.
Definitely we can go.
Deal? Should we have
It's
it?
a
Deal.
So, okay.
I can't roll like that. Now, right now, that's one thing I do. And I used to work out. I used to be very serious about workout and all. I think I lost maybe 10, 15 kilos in 3 months when I started my workout.
3
Yeah.
months.
But what happened is then Ramadan came.
Okay.
And here in Qatar during Ramadan, especially during Ramadan, at home we have a huge iftar. My family, they for iftar they make a lot of stuff. At the same time, here in Qatar during Ramadan, all the hotels, all the 5-star hotels, they have this habit of keeping PR events. They invite all the influencers who are on good terms with them. They'll be like, we don't need any content. Just on good sake, good namesake.
Yeah.
We have a good contact. Please, we have this event. Please come.
Okay.
So to keep up the good image, we have to go. And also my family, I can bring my family with me. So they're also happy. So I go for these events. For 15 days of Ramadan, I'm pretty sure my diet was the worst. I ate so much food.
And you added so many kilos.
I ruined all my diet. I ruined all my hard work, And then I got busy with my exams. I really couldn't get back on track.
Okay.
So inshallah, right now I'm planning, once just very recently my exams are over. So now I'm planning to get back on schedule.
Okay.
As I said, I'm following a diet. I don't eat much. Like I try the food, pass it on to my friends who came with me.
Okay.
And if there is leftovers, sometimes there are still leftovers. I tell my friends also, don't feel bad. Ask for parcel. If you want,
Absolutely.
pay extra for the packaging.
Yeah.
Just take it home. Yeah, if there is leftover, keep leftover enough so that you can parcel. If it's too little, the restaurant won't pack it for you.
Yeah.
So keep it enough so that you can tell them to pack it. I'll pay for the package. That's also one thing that I do right now.
Okay, great. Well done. Now, thank you so much. It's been so much conversations here. But at this time, I think we should ask the trademark question.
Okay.
We have a trademark question on the show. The first one is, Qatar has been portrayed badly. Okay, I'm taking Africa in perspective now, by several Africans who have never visited Qatar. They don't know how Qatar is. They just heard Qatar is on the map, is in the Middle East, is an Arab country, it's a Sharia difficult country. They just think the laws of the streets difficult, people cannot live in there, people cannot do business there, or people are not safe, businesses are not safe. This is their perception. This is the narrative we've heard. So now, you've been here for a very long time. What is your own opinion about it?
They couldn't be more wrong. That's what I can say. They couldn't be more wrong, because this is the easiest place to live. This is the most safest place to live. Like I can tell you, like, you know, even just few weeks back when I was studying in a cafe, even if the seating is outside, even if it was winter like few months back. So even if I'm studying, even if I'm sitting outside, I leave my tab, my iPad, my mobile on the table. I go to washroom, I go for my prayer. I am 100% confident that it will still be there.
Yeah.
You know, the streets of Qatar is like 100% safe.
Okay.
Yeah, and the rules and regulations that these people, they are exaggerating. These are actually, like as I said earlier, the privacy rules. These are all good for us, you know, as people living here, it makes our life easier.
Yeah.
We don't want some stranger filming us and sharing it. We don't want, you know, we want our own privacy, we want our own safety. It's all being upheld over here. The place is like amazing to live. And talking about business and all, there are hundreds of examples over here. Qatari, 100% Qatari brands, which grew. I'm not talking about Qatari owned brands. Expats who started business, Tea Time for example. Like there are different examples where expats started their business over here and grew to different countries. You know, they have expanded to different countries. Qatar is really good for business, living.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, I had an option to go abroad, like to plan my medical life ahead abroad. Even in that plan, I was thinking I will go study and come back to Qatar. I don't want to live there. I want to live in this country. I want to live. You know, life here is just too good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And one thing I can say after FIFA is that everything came to Qatar. Because of FIFA, huge brands, entertainments, tourist attractions, everything came to Qatar. And they're still building on it. And as I said, it's a small place. Everything is accessible. Life is so easy. You want to go anywhere, maximum 20 minutes. Khalas. You want to go for some entertainment, it's available. You know, life is good.
Never. and I was just checking online a few days ago, and I discovered that Qatar was awarded the third safest country in the world.
Amazing.
Definitely, yes, it is. Living here, I can say it's definitely real.
That's awesome. It's good to hear your own version of it, because we need to keep saying this thing.
Yeah.
People need to keep hearing to know more about Qatar.
Yeah.
Qatar is safe. Qatar is healthy to do business. Qatar is healthy to live and raise a family. We are doing it. I'm happy about it. Qatar is my home. It's just another home for me, really. So it's good. It's good. Thanks for sharing your own version with us. So, Darisha.
And it's really lovely, because I'm actually thinking every guest that we've had on the podcast has mentioned these similarities. Qatar is safe. You know, they find it to be home.
Yeah.
Which is really amazing, you know.
True. It's okay. You want to talk about tourism?
Qatar has invested a lot when it comes to tourism, okay? And with high expectations for more tourists and investors to come to Qatar as a preferred destination. So from your point of view or your experience, what do you have to say to people in Africa to encourage them to come visit us here?
Definitely come to Qatar. I can say that from the time you land, even if you are not coming to Qatar, if you plan a flight through Qatar,
Yeah, just a transit.
just a transit.
Yeah, you see how easy that is?
Yeah, just a transit, it will be worth your time.
Yes.
Because even the Hamad airport, They have built it so beautifully. There's an orchard, there's a luxury area, there's so many luxury brands which are not even available. Maybe in Qatar it's not available, but it's there in the Hamad airport.
Yes.
Yeah. So even if you plan out a small transit in Qatar, it's gonna be worth your time. That's how amazing Qatar is right now. And talking about tourist attractions, everything is, as I said earlier, everything is close by. So even if you come, for a short period of time, you're definitely gonna love it.
So much to
there's
see.
so much to see. I have friends, in my blog also, I have actually done previously 2 videos where my friends from India, they came to Qatar, and I did a video where I did 24 hours around Qatar. So we went around, it's mainly food. We went around Qatar eating.
It has to be.
It has to be.
You don't even actually need to say it because we know that it's all about food.
In 24 hours, I think we went to 10, 15 shops. Yeah. So
Did you go to shops or restaurants?
Restaurants,
Okay,
and
just
both
use
of
the
it.
right
both of it.
word so
Small shops, small eateries are also there. There are restaurants also.
I don't want you to take food out of it. Don't say shop. Just let us know.
So, I mean, there are small
Food
eateries,
shop.
small eateries and restaurants mainly. I didn't really go out to the hotels.
Okay.
I told them you can go to this in different countries, big hotels. Let's stick to the true Qatar. So they were never bored. The friends who came from abroad, they were never bored. They wanted to come, but they still messaged me, inshallah, we'll come back. We want to see more of Qatar.
Wow.
Yeah, because there's still more to enjoy. I can tell you, complete honestly, a friend of mine who went to another country, neighboring country, I'm not going to say it, he said that life there is very crowded. He was here for 10 days. He was there for 10 days. He told me he couldn't actually go out much over there. It was very crowded. The traffic was very congested and all. Qatar, he said, was beautiful. The transport. He said all you had to do was take one 10 Riyal metro card. You can reach anywhere. Except for the borders, you can reach anywhere. Everything is there nearby. So he told me he wants to come back to Qatar, enjoy it once again.
This is a good report.
Yeah,
this is a good report.
Definitely is.
I think people need to know this. Qatar is a destination for you to come.
Definitely.
Qatar is the place to be.
It's the place to be. So if you're planning your next trip, make sure you add Qatar to the itinerary.
At least a transit if you want.
Yeah.
It will be worth your time.
Yes, take it.
The foodie have said it. He has said it. So just
He
follow
has
him.
said it.
Trust me, last time I went through Hamad Airport as a foodie, I got to eat from Gordon Ramsay restaurant. One of the most famous chefs in the world has a restaurant, 2 restaurants in the airport, Hamad Airport.
That's
it's a heaven for even me, foodie.
See, that's why the Hamad International Airport just won the best airport in the
Look
world.
at
Skytrax
that
Award,
now.
yes.
Yeah,
At
so
that.
much of investment. They created so much value inside the airport, so that
Exactly.
you transiting or you coming into Qatar, your journey will be worthwhile within the airport.
Yes.
So whenever I'm traveling through Hamad, what I do is that I go the earliest I can. I check when the gate opens. I go the earliest I can so that I get to
Have time.
spend time inside the airport.
That's a good idea. Thank you very much, Dr. Aflahe, for
you.
your time. It's been so interesting
Absolutely
talking to the foodie himself.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me.
We actually can't wait to have you here again. But on one condition, after you've tried the African delicacies.
Definitely. I'm going here. I'm going from here with the list. I'm going to try all of it.
Yes. After that, we're going to have him again on the show. We'll be glad to have you again to
I will
talk
be
about your
describing the
experience.
food.
So that time you're going to be talking about African food, Qatari food. What are the relationship between both of them,
brilliant.
similarities per se, the spices, the cooking method, the final output. That's what you should be thinking of talking
Let's
about.
look into it, yeah.
Right?
I can't wait.
So thank you so much. Delicious.
Thank you so much. It's really been wonderful having you on the podcast
you so
today. And we've learned so much about you in your life being a doctor and also a food blogger. So it's just been so really inspirational and really lovely to getting to know you on this level.
Thank you so much.
As a token of our appreciation for your time, we have a little gift for you. So I'd just like to give you the gift.
I'll be keeping this close with me.
Yeah,
But
so
it's
thank
very
you so
heavy.
much.
Thank
Thank you so much. And
We have a final segment that we would like to do with you. Are you ready for this?
Definitely.
Are you sure?
Is it food? If it's about food, I'm always ready.
Oh, sorry to disappoint you. It's not about food, but
It's okay.
So basically, we have a segment called Rapid Fire Question. Okay, so
I'm
we're
bad at
going to
that.
ask you a few questions, and you just need to answer with the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay, how many?
Drum roll, everybody.
How many seconds do I get to answer?
Huh? Immediately.
Immediately. Okay.
Yeah, like not even a second. Like,
Can we cheat?
Joking.
Can you just show me the questions?
all right.
It's easy, don't worry. Just chill.
So, Dr. Aflahe, is it going to be carbs or proteins?
Carbs. I usually have carbs here.
Chicken biryani or majboos?
Chicken biryani.
Diamond or gold?
Gold.
Travel by air or by water?
Air.
Dollars or pounds?
Dollars.
And the last one, Range Rover or Mercedes Benz?
Mercedes Benz.
Okay, wonderfully answered. Thank you so much. It wasn't that hard, right?
Yeah. What's exactly the idea behind this rapid fire question?
The point is just to check your spontaneousness. How spontaneous you
I'm
can
wondering where is this going? You know, is there a
be. No,
direction?
it's not heading towards food.
It's not heading
It's not heading
towards
towards
food.
food.
It's
That's
not
just
heading
the end
towards
of it.
anywhere. I'm just trying to find a pattern. There is no pattern.
No pattern. We just want to check how spontaneous you are and what are actually your favorites. So which you've told us. All right. But when you go to the African restaurant, don't worry.
I will go. I will
The
definitely
carbs,
go.
protein, they are all mixed up.
Okay.
So get ready.
Definitely. I really need to try.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aflahe. It's so
Thank you
awesome
so much.
having you.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Fun.
Thank you
It's been
so
fun.
much.
Your interaction, the information you've shared, the inspiration, like Dadesha said, it's been so amazing. Yeah, thank you so much. And to you, our viewers, thank you so much for joining us on today's episode. It's been awesome having you. And I believe you've learned a lot from Dr. Aflahe. And we're sure going to pick and work on what he has said. All right? But for now, we want to say thank you for joining us on today's episode. And we look forward to always having you with us.
And once again, our lovely viewers, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Insight by Oryx and follow us on Instagram and Facebook at The Insight by Oryx. Follow us on all social media platforms. We are going to be so happy to hear from you and we're really excited to see what you have to say. Let us know what you think about today's podcast and how do you feel about it as well. And if you would love to hear from Dr. Aflahe again. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been wonderful. Until next time, thank you.